Gastornis was one of the most imposing birds ever to walk the earth, a towering, flightless giant that dominated prehistoric forests during a time of global uncertainty. Living approximately 56 to 41 million years ago, shortly after the extinction of the non-avian dinosaurs, Gastornis emerged into a world suddenly emptied of its former rulers. In that silence, this massive bird became a defining presence, shaping ecosystems through size, behavior, and evolutionary timing rather than speed or flight. The evolutionary origins of Gastornis trace back to early bird lineages that survived the catastrophic asteroid impact marking the end of the Cretaceous period. While many species vanished, some birds adapted rapidly to ground-based lifestyles, exploiting ecological niches left vacant by extinct predators and herbivores. Gastornis evolved along this path, increasing in size and abandoning flight in favor of strength and stability. Its massive body and thick bones reflect an animal designed not to escape danger, but to withstand it. Physically, Gastornis was extraordinary. Standing up to 2 meters tall and weighing over 150 kilograms, it rivaled a human in height and exceeded most modern birds in mass. Its legs were thick and powerful, built for supporting weight rather than running long distances. The feet lacked the grasping talons of predatory birds, instead resembling those of large ground-dwelling herbivores. Yet it was the skull that captured attention. Gastornis possessed an enormous head crown with a deep, laterally compressed beak capable of delivering tremendous force. This beak gave rise to decades of debate about its diet and behavior. For much of the 20th century, Gastornis was portrayed as a terrifying apex predator, a bird that hunted early mammals in the shadows of ancient forests. Its size and beak seemed to support this narrative, fitting comfortably into human expectations of dominance and violence. However, modern research has reshaped this image. Detailed studies of skull mechanics, leg structure, and isotopic analysis of fossilized bones strongly suggest that Gastornis was not a carnivore, but a specialized herbivore. Its beak was likely adapted for cracking hard plant material, crushing seeds, and processing tough vegetation rather than tearing flesh. Gastornis inhabited dense, subtropical forests that covered much of Europe, Asia, and North America during the early paleogene period. These forests were warm, humid, and rich in plant diversity, offering abundant food for a large browsing animal. Gastornis likely moved slowly through this environment, feeding on fallen fruit, seeds, and low vegetation. Its height allowed it to access food sources unavailable to smaller animals, giving it a competitive advantage in crowded ecosystems. Behaviorally, Gastornis was almost certainly solitary or loosely social. Large body size reduces the need for group defense, and the distribution of food resources in forest environments favors individual foraging. Its lack of flight meant that territory selection and awareness were critical. Instead of escaping predators, Gastornis relied on intimidation, size, and its ability to deliver powerful pecks if threatened. Few predators of the time would have risked attacking a fully grown individual. Reproduction in Gastornis remains speculative, but comparisons with modern large birds offer clues. It likely laid large eggs in ground nests, possibly hidden among dense vegetation. Juveniles would have been vulnerable in their early stages, growing rapidly to reduce predation risk. This strategy mirrors that of many modern flightless birds, where rapid growth compensates for the absence of flight. Ecologically, Gastornis played a crucial role as a megaherbivore. By consuming and dispersing seeds, it influenced plant distribution and forest structure. Its movement through dense undergrowth would have created pathways, altering microhabitats and promoting ecological diversity. In this way, Gastornis functioned not merely as a consumer, but as a landscape engineer. The eventual disappearance of Gastornis coincided with major climatic shifts. As global temperatures cooled and forests gave way to more open environments, the ecological conditions that supported such large, slow-moving birds declined. Mammals diversified and expanded into new niches, introducing competition and predation pressures that Gastornis was ill-equipped to handle. Gradually, it faded from the fossil record, leaving behind only bones and questions. Gastornis represents a moment in Earth's history when birds briefly held dominance over land once ruled by reptiles. It challenges the idea that birds are inherently fragile or secondary in evolutionary importance. In the absence of dinosaurs, birds like Gastornis stepped forward, filling roles that reshaped ecosystems and rewrote expectations. It did not roar, hunt, or fly. It stood, fed, and endured. Gastornis was not a monster of violence, but a monument of adaptation, proving that power in nature often lies not in aggression, but in timing and form. In the quiet forests of the paleogene, this giant bird ruled simply by being exactly what its world required.